Hey there, guys. Gamer Minilla here. And, well, as you can see, this is my bonus review for today. And I got quite the collection to show off here. Now, these are bootlegs of the Eggmon Godzilla King of the Monsters set. Now, I got these guys off of Wish for about 18 bucks. That is an insane deal for figures of this quality. And heck, I've seen them on other places like AliExpress for even cheaper, like as low as $7. And for $7, $1 a figure, this is great. Let's get into this, starting with Godzilla. Let's get these other guys out of the way. Just getting regular Godzilla here. Move that out of the way. So looking at regular Godzilla here, he is quite the nice looking minifigure. Got this nice little action pose here where he's roaring at King Ghidorah, because the King Ghidorah is supposed to go right next to him in a little display. And for a bootleg, I mean, look at this. Now, the eyes are a little wonky, if you can see that. Yeah, the eyes are a little wonky. Gonna zoom out here and keep that right there. But other than that, the sculpting and the painting is on point. Every little bump, crack, crevice, and groove on a Godzilla figure is here and accounted for, just miniaturized. And he's just the best little boy. Just the best little thing. Very nice teeth, not the cleanest painted, especially compared to the real one, which I'll leave a link in the description down below for Luminous's video on these guys, because he's reviewed the real ones. But yeah, this Godzilla is quite amazing, in my opinion, especially for a bootleg. And not only do you get this regular Godzilla, but you also get this alternate Godzilla, which is even better than the first one, because of these nice blue eyes that give off the glowing atomic effect, and these nice blue translucent dorsal plates that reflect off the light quite nice. Now, you can't really see it in camera, but there is a little bit of like black dry brushing to kind of give the details a little more oomph and not just straight translucent plastic. And it's quite the nice effect, I must say so myself. Now, these little guys don't have any articulation. They're all in kind of pre-posed, which, that's fine. Got this nice little kind of greenish dry brushing. I know on the real one, it's kind of gold dry brushing on the belly, but for a bootleg, this is quite nice. Now, looking at the big boy, gonna zoom out a little bit for this. We got King Ghidorah, and wow. Just wow. This is a bootleg. This is a bootleg. This thing, in the painting and sculpting department, it blows even the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah out of the water. I mean, for one, he's actually gold. And for two, I mean, look, he's painted on the back. There's shading. There's gold spray for each individual little kind of bony protrusion for the wings. And it's like that all over this guy. He is quite possibly my new favorite King Ghidorah 2019 figure, and he's a minifigure and a bootleg on top of that. Like, this is quite nice and a excellent budget alternative to the real Eggmon King Ghidorah, because, well, to get your hands on a whole set of that, you'll have to drop at least $80. And again, I got this whole thing from Wish for like 17. And you get something like this. This is absolutely fantastic. Nice mouth paint. And this guy even has slightly better eyes than even Godzilla. Let's zoom in there. Yeah. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Quite the impressive King Ghidorah figure, in my opinion. Now, moving on from King Ghidorah, let's take a look at Mothra. And Mothra, there is quite a few differences between this Mothra and the real Mothra Eggmon figure. And to get into that, the eyes, unfortunately, on the bootleg Mothra are not compounded like the real one. And the white on the wings on this bootleg is only on the back of the wings. Oop. Also, this stand does not work out too well for her. It's not the best stand in the world. But yeah, the white that is on the real one, that's on both sides of the real one, is only on the back for the bootleg, which is fine. Not the worst thing in the world to have. Not a bad Mothra figure at all. I dare say she is very impressive. Nice little translucent effect on the wings. I know on the real one, her antennae are also translucent, but they're not on this here bootleg, unfortunately. And then just taking her off the stand, looking at that nicely dry brushed on browns, very, very nicely painted fur, all around. Again, for a set for as little as $7 as I've seen on AliExpress, this is, how can you complain about this? This is an amazing looking chibi Mothra figure. Going down the line, let's take a look at the boy, Rodan. Now, Rodan is quite possibly my second or third favorite figure, right behind King Ghidorah and the Atomic Godzilla. Now, what's a little disappointing but this is apparent even on the real Eggmon Rodan, is that there's no burning effect on the wings. But that could always be seen not as a negative for the figure, but as a challenge for a figure customizer. Because this, all you'd really need is some nice orange yellow paint, and get on the little frosted tips of the wings here, and you'd be pretty much golden. Other than that, this Rodan is quite impressive. Nice black dry brushing in parts of the wings and the cracks. It's very apparent here on the backs of the wings. The black dry brushing. Very nicely sculpted horns. And this guy, I actually prefer his eyes to the real one, because the pupils are actually slightly bigger on the real Rodan figure. Whereas this guy, they're a little beadier and a little more menacing looking, in my opinion. Now, the only complaint I'd have for this as a bootleg is the tongue is just a little too skewed to the side. Kind of makes him look like he's sticking his head out of the window and just kind of letting his tongue flow with the wind like a dog does. But other than that, this is a very, very nice little chibi Rodan figure right here. Very impressed with it. Very impressed with the whole set, really. Other than the flight stands. I do not like these flight stands. I wish they were molded more to fit the figures. Now, for final little section here, we got these two little larva Mothras. And these larva Mothras, for the most part, are almost indistinguishable from the original ones. The only way you could really tell that these are bootlegs is that the real ones have like these little brown dots going on their little foreheads between the eyes. And these ones don't. These ones do not have that little detail. But other than that, I mean, look at this. These are my first 2019 Mothra larva figures. And I'm pretty sure that these are going to be all I need. These are quite the impressive little girls. One has an open mouth and the other has a closed mouth. And you got this nice blue reflective plastic for the eyes, and it gives quite a nice effect. I've seen on some bootlegs that there's like mold imperfections in the eyes that almost make it look like these larvas have like a pupil. But thankfully, I think with these recent additions, that issue has been fixed. There's practically no molding flubs at all on these little girls. These beautiful little pieces. Very, very impressed. Now, bringing things back and getting these guys kind of together. Yep, that was gonna happen. I knew it. These flight stands, I tell you, these flight stands leave a lot to be desired. Got it. Now, getting all these guys together, they are quite actually a little bit on the small side, obviously, for minifigures. So, for size comparison, here they are next to the 4-inch Diamond Select Vinimate Fire Rodan. Closest little 4-inch scale figure that I could bring in for size comparison. To compare them to 6-inch figures, gonna loom him in the background here. Here they are with the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2019. Very, very small figures. And for one more legendary Godzilla comparison, here they are with another bootleg that I got from Wish. A bootleg of the Smash Strike Godzilla from the 2014 line by Bandai America. And this guy's actually made out of vinyl. I'll get to a review of him soon enough. But yeah, overall, this set has impressed me to absolutely no end. I love these figures instantly when I open them out of the packaging, and I am so glad to have them in my collection. And for anybody out there wondering, should you pick up the real ones or the bootlegs? Well, you've seen what the bootlegs look like. I'll provide a link in the description down below for Luminous's review of these guys, of the real versions. And you can make a decision for yourself. Do you want to get the real ones that are like $80 for a box of 12 of them, and you're going to get doubles guaranteed? Or are you going to pay as low as $7, $1 a figure for these little bootlegs of those guys, and you get nearly as good quality? I'll leave that up to you guys. But that should do it for my review of the Eggmon Godzilla bootlegs. I'll see you guys next time when I continue my Gamera Memorial Box Series review with Gideon. See you then, guys.